Okay, so Black Friday deals are everywhere right now. But let's try to look past all the hype and see what's really going on.
Sounds good to me.
We're going to be looking at how Black Friday and Cyber Monday, became these huge shopping holidays. It's almost like they're competing with each other.
Yeah, that's true. And it really shows us how shopping has changed over time.
Yeah.
Going from those crazy Black Friday crowds to the convenience of just shopping online. It's a really interesting story.
Totally. And the history might surprise you. Like, did you know that the name Black Friday wasn't thought up by some marketing guru?
Yeah, it's funny. The term actually started back in the 1960s in Philadelphia. Can you imagine the city just flooded with shoppers and tourists after Thanksgiving? The police had to deal with all the traffic and craziness, and they started calling it Black Friday.
Wow, so it wasn't about celebrating shopping at all. It was just chaos.
Exactly. And to make things even crazier, the Army-Navy football game was always in Philadelphia on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So even more people were in the city.
So you have people fighting for deals and football fans all over the place? It really does sound like a Black Friday.
It does. But even with all the chaos, early Black Friday had something special about it. Professor Barbara Kahn from Wharton says that the deals were so good that people were willing to deal with the crowds. There was a real sense of urgency, a magic to it.
Ah, the good old days when you had to fight for those deals. But I feel like things are different now, right? I mean, we see Black Friday ads earlier and earlier every year.
You're totally right. Retailers want to get ahead of each other, so they started offering Black Friday deals earlier and earlier. What used to be just one day has turned into a week, then 2 weeks, and now it feels like a whole month of Black November.
It's like they're trying to keep the excitement going, but maybe losing some of that magic that Professor Khan was talking about.
Exactly. That concentrated energy of one day is definitely spread out now. But even though the magic might be a bit less, in-person Black Friday shopping is still huge, especially in the US.
I guess some people just like the thrill of the hunt, that energy of being in the crowd. Yeah, exactly. Last year, over 76 million people shopped in stores on Black Friday. But here's the thing. In 2019, things changed. More people actually shopped online on Black Friday than in stores.
Wow, that's a big change. So even though people still rush to stores on Black Friday, online shopping is definitely changing things. And that's where Cyber Monday comes in, right?
Exactly. Cyber Monday was introduced in 2005 as the online version of Black Friday.
Yeah.
It was all about convenience. No crowds, no lines, just shopping from your couch.
Right. So Cyber Monday is all about convenience. I bet the COVID-19 pandemic really helped it grow.
Oh, absolutely. All the lockdowns and social distancing in 2020 really pushed people towards online shopping. That year alone, Cyber Monday sales reached almost $10 billion.
Wow, that's incredible. I bet free shipping is a big reason why people love Cyber Monday so much.
You're right. Free shipping is a big incentive for online shopping. It makes Cyber Monday even more attractive.
So now we have these two big shopping events, Black Friday and Cyber Monday, each with their own advantages. But it's not just an American thing anymore, is it? It's gone global. You got it. Black Friday started as something uniquely American, but it's now a worldwide phenomenon.
It's amazing how Black Friday has spread to so many countries. What about Cyber Monday? Is it as globally recognized?
Cyber Monday is growing internationally, but it's not as widespread as Black Friday. Right now, around 28 countries participate in Cyber Monday, and the UK is the most aware of it.
That's interesting. Maybe it's just a matter of time before Cyber Monday catches up. Maybe all those videos of Black Friday chaos are making people think twice about going to the stores.
That's an interesting point. The negative image of Black Friday might be pushing some people towards the calmer experience of online shopping.
It's like two different shopping worlds. So the question is, who's winning? Black Friday or Cyber Monday?
Well, the data shows it's complicated. Since 2019, Black Friday has consistently attracted more shoppers overall, but it gets more interesting.
Okay, I'm listening. What's the catch?
So more people shop on Black Friday, but Adobe Analytics, which tracks online shopping trends, found that Americans tend to spend more money on Cyber Monday.
So even though more people are shopping on Black Friday, Cyber Monday shoppers are spending more individually. That's interesting. Why do you think that is?
It seems like that last chance feeling of Cyber Monday really drives spending. Professor Ross Steinman, who studies consumer psychology, says that retailers present Cyber Monday as the final opportunity to get those big deals. It's a smart tactic that plays on our fear of missing out.
That makes sense. Retailers are really good at creating that sense of urgency, that feeling that you have to buy now or you'll miss out.
Exactly. And Adobe predicts that this trend is going to continue. They expect shoppers to spend even more on big-ticket items like electronics and appliances this holiday season.
So the battle between Black Friday and Cyber Monday is far from over.
Mm,
Both events have something to offer, and they're constantly changing.
definitely. It's not just about who gets more shoppers or makes more money. It's about understanding how and why we shop and how those things are changing.
You're right. It reflects our changing lifestyles, how much we rely on technology, and even our own psychology.
Exactly. And as we look deeper, we'll uncover even more fascinating insights into these shopping giants. Stay tuned. It's really interesting how these two shopping holidays kind of appeal to different parts of us. Like Black Friday, even though it's not as crazy as it used to be, it still has that excitement of going out and finding a deal, grabbing something before it's gone.
It's like a scavenger hunt with shopping carts and maybe a little too much caffeine.
Exactly. But then you have Cyber Monday, which is all about convenience. You can plan it out, browse online from home, and find the best deals without the crowds.
So whether you're waiting in line before the sun comes up on Black Friday or filling up your online cart on Cyber Monday, it shows how much our shopping habits have changed, right?
They really do. It's like they reflect our changing lives, how much we rely on technology now, and even those worries about missing out on a good deal.
Speaking of worries, we can't forget about the not-so-great side of all this shopping. We've all seen those videos of people fighting on Black Friday. It's almost become a stereotype.
It's true. These events can bring out the best and worst in people. The pressure to get a deal, the limited quantities, and not getting enough sleep can all lead to people getting really stressed and sometimes even aggressive.
I remember one Black Friday, I was trying to get a coffee maker.
Mm.
It was 75% off, and there were only a few left.
Yeah.
People were pushing and shoving. I even saw someone elbow another person just to get to the shelf. I ended up just leaving. It wasn't worth the stress.
Yeah. Sounds like you made a good call. Sometimes it's better to just walk away from a deal than get caught up in all that. And as Cyber Monday keeps growing, we might start seeing new kinds of stress related to online shopping.
Like what? Besides the usual worry about your internet crashing when you're trying to check out.
Exactly. Think about constantly refreshing websites, that fear that the deal will expire before you can get it. It creates a whole new kind of digital anxiety.
It's like the online version of those Black Friday crowds, just without all the pushing and
Yeah.
shoving.
Exactly. And as retailers get even better at marketing, using things like personalized ads and algorithms to target our weaknesses, it's really important to be aware of what they're doing. We need to be smart about it and know ourselves as shoppers.
So what should we do? Should we just avoid these shopping holidays altogether, or is there a middle ground?
That's the big question, isn't it? And there's no easy answer. It really depends on each person, their budget, and maybe most importantly, how aware they are of their own shopping habits and what drives them to buy things.
It's easy to get caught up in all the excitement. Are we buying something because we actually need it, or just because it's a good deal?
That's the key. We need to be aware of the tricks retailers use and how they can affect our wallets and even our mental well-being.
So basically, go into Black Friday and Cyber Monday with your eyes open. Maybe even try a little meditation before you shop to keep those impulses in check.
That's not a bad idea. Being mindful can really help, especially during these crazy shopping times.
We've talked about the history, how it's changed, the psychology behind it, and even the downsides of these shopping holidays. But before we wrap up, what do you think the future holds for Black Friday and Cyber Monday? Any predictions?
Well, if we look at what's been happening, these two events are going to keep blending together. We'll probably see even more Black November deals and a focus on both online and in-person shopping.
So maybe we'll see something like a hybrid shopping experience, where you can browse online and pick up in-store, or the other way around.
Yeah, that could definitely happen. And as things like augmented reality and virtual reality get more advanced, we might even see them used in shopping. Imagine being able to try on clothes virtually or see a product demo from your own home.
Wow, that sounds like the future of shopping. But it makes you wonder what will happen to physical stores. Will they become more like showrooms or experience centers instead of regular stores?
That's a good question. As online shopping keeps growing, physical stores will have to change and offer something unique, something you can't get online. It could be personalized service, expert advice, or just the joy of finding new things in person.
So maybe things will swing back the other way. Maybe the focus will shift back to the social aspect of shopping, the curated selection, and away from just finding the lowest price.
It's possible we might start to value quality over quantity again, personalized experiences over mass production, and conscious consumption over impulsive buying.
That's a nice thought. Okay, so maybe there's hope for the future of shopping. It might not be about fighting over doorbuster deals or frantically clicking add to cart, but about remembering the joy of shopping with intention and purpose.
Exactly. The best deal isn't always the cheapest one. It's about finding something that truly adds value to your life, whether that's something you really need, a gift for someone, or just something that makes you happy.
That's a great point. I think it's time to wrap up our deep dive into the world of Black Friday and Cyber Monday. It's been a fascinating journey.
It really has. From those chaotic streets in Philadelphia back in the 1960s to the online world of the future, we've covered a lot.
And we've learned that these shopping holidays are more than just about getting a bargain.
Right.
They show us who we are as consumers, how we shop, and what's important to us.
And as these events keep changing, it'll be interesting to see how they shape our relationship with shopping in the years to come.
So as we face all the Black Friday and Cyber Monday madness this year, let's remember to shop with a purpose, be mindful of our choices, and maybe even take a moment to appreciate how much these shopping events have evolved.
And hey, if you find an amazing deal, tell us about it. But even if you don't, remember that the true value is finding something that brings you joy and makes your life better.
That's a perfect way to end this.
Yeah.
Let's wrap up our deep dive into the world of Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time for another deep dive into a fascinating topic. So as we kind of wrap things up here, what's like the one big thing you hope people listening will take away from all this?
As you see all these Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals everywhere, I hope people will just take a minute and think, why are they shopping? What's really making them buy stuff? Are they going for that thrill of the deal? Or is it the ease of online shopping? Or maybe a bit of both?
I really like that. It's like a little experiment you can do on yourself.
Mhm.
And hey, if you find an amazing deal, tell us about it. But even if you don't, the important thing is that you find something you really enjoy and that adds something good to your life.
Well said. So until next time, happy shopping, everyone. And even more importantly, happy reflecting.
And that's a wrap for this episode of The Deep Dive. Thanks for joining us as we went deep into the world of Black Friday and Cyber Monday. We'll catch you next time for another dive into something interesting.